Hi there. It's your second favorite DP right here, okay? No, that's Deadpool, you silly little Hufflepuff. Anyways, I'm gonna need you to shut up that pretty little mouth of yours and pay attention because the show's about to start, alright? And, I don't know about you, but I know who's my vote for sexiest ex-soldier turned pop culture show host. Alright, enough foreplay. Let's get on with the show.
MadMike and Nemo, ready to ignite. CQ's in the wind, but we're gonna win. Pop culture battles, let's dive right in. From movies and games and TV crazes, our chatter's wild and sparks like blazes. No heavy hearts, just laughs and cheer. Come on folks, let's shift the gear. From movies and games and TV crazes, our chatter's wild and sparks like blazes. No heavy hearts, just laughs and cheer. Come on folks, let's shift the gear. Pop culture warrior marching on tonight. MadMike and Angry out taking flight. When CQ's away, the fun's here to stay. This pop culture fray, we never sway. We never sway. Comic books and anime thrills, celebrity gossip and music chills. Go to Ramble Loud and Ramble Strong. Join us now where you belong. Geeky news and fandom dreams.
Why show up to work? Why show up to work? What is up? We take all the credit. Hold on. Yeah, no, your audio's not coming through, man.
Now is it? There we go. I think I got it. Showing up now. You know, I just gave that awesome freaking intro. Nobody can hear me. Is it hearing?
All right.
No?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, now it's coming through.
Classic pop culture warrior.
All that work
happens to the best of us
for nothing.
Anyways.
For nothing.
I was just
shenanigans.
tearing CQ a new one, saying how he's not here, and you're stuck with us.
Should have heard all the terrible things he said about CQ, man. Awful.
Awful. Anyways, you'll have to just use your imagination. Whatever, you'll figure it out. And then I said, welcome everyone. Dan, Heath, Billy, Anubis. Got a few things on the agenda for tonight, but we're keeping it casual. All right.
Keeping it light.
How you been, buddy?
I've been good, man. This is, I think, the first time you and I have ever been on the show together, which is wild because we've known each other for fucking ever.
Yeah, long time.
It's been a long time.
And I like you more than CQ too.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
You got a cool background there. Like you're in
some
kind of, I don't know, mansion.
Yeah, it's actually called the Galagio. It is a luxury hotel in the World of Warcraft run by goblins. So,
Nice.
I'm gaming. Dude, I have like 7 or 8 like arts for different video games that we do on the stream on weekend co-ops. Tune in.
Ooh.
I got like Monster Hunter, Marvel Rivals, which I know you play. Some new game called Thunderfolk, which I'll be streaming in a few weeks. Um, Bunch of shit, man. Bunch of shit. A lot of
Nice.
stuff coming up in PAX.
Yeah. Which
I turned this
you're
into
gonna
a
be there.
gaming
Somebody
show.
we know. Somebody knows gonna be there.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to that, look out for Nemo PAX East.
Yes, sir. I'll
And
be the
that's-
goofy fuck with the beard.
When is that? May?
Yeah, second week of May, first week of May,
Oh,
May
shit,
7th
that's
through
like
May
next-
8th through the 10th.
It's like a week of 2 weeks.
I don't fucking know. I have no idea when it is. I just know that it's May 8th through the 10th. I don't know if that's 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now or one. I have no sense of time.
I still think it's January, so it's all good.
I have no sense of time.
Yeah, he's watching The Accountant too.
Yep. I was going to go with him, but it was one of those moments where if I saw that movie without my wife, she would possibly kill me in my sleep.
Yeah.
We love the first one, so we're really excited for part 2.
I liked it too. I talked
Yeah.
about it, but they showed it
Feel
on
like-
tax day, which was April 15th, but that's also my
Yeah.
daughter's birthday, so I couldn't go watch it.
Yeah,
I
that
wanted
sucks.
to.
That sucks.
But yeah, I'm sure he'll rip on it, but whatever.
Maybe.
It's pretty good, and they're funny.
I
I
mean-
saw a couple things where they're, what's the other guy, the Punisher, and him were like
John
ripping each
Bernthal.
other.
Yeah. I like the dynamic from. I like so. I imagine that from the trailers, the dynamic looks interesting. John Bernthal being the goofy bastard who's overly serious and murders everybody, and then Ben Affleck as an autistic guy who's like, just. It works. It
Yeah.
works. I don't know why it works. I feel like it's probably because of the people we've served with reminding us so much of Ben Affleck with autism.
Right.
And then everybody else we knew was like John Bernthal. Just
Both ends
So-
of the spectrum.
yeah, exactly. Literally.
Which I don't know. I didn't think he did too good of a job of playing autistic, but it's
I
Affleck.
mean-
He can only go so far.
You can only act so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Well, you go within your range, and
Yeah,
he's not
exactly.
no
Do what you
fucking
know.
Gary Oldman or whatever.
I've never seen a movie with Ben Affleck and not seen Ben Affleck.
You can't. That's certain
Me-
actors. That's what they're.
Yeah.
That's who they are, and people like
That's
them
their
for it.
shtick. Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
George Clooney. He acts the same way in every movie.
He's George Clooney in every movie he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe Oh Brother Where Art Thou was probably one of his coolest different roles. But other than that, like I tell you who's an actor who he gets no fucking credit, who every few movies he does, you barely realize it's him sometimes because he doesn't feel like himself. And don't crucify me for this one. Adam Sandler.
Hmm.
So
You think?
you watch him in movies like Grown Ups, very clearly Adam Sandler, very basic, very normal. Then you watch like Zohan. He's just like you barely think about the fact that he's Adam Sandler.
I'm not.
And there's been a
opposite.
couple
I think
of other
I like
ones.
always see him. I think that's why he
Yeah.
hasn't been so successful.
I
like, in
mean,
his
look at
dramatic
Uncut
roles.
Gems. Look at Uncut Gems. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was an incredible movie, and I didn't feel like it was Adam Sandler. So, and then there was the basketball movie where he was the guy coaching the big Ivan
Oh, yeah,
Dragovic
that's
looking
right.
basketball player.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was again another good one. And yeah, his more dramatic roles, it's like it's different. But in his comedic roles, there's occasional times where it feels like it's just not him. But Ben Affleck has
Always
always seemed like Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
But he's also had some pretty good ones, even when he's Ben Affleck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're just few and far between, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I like The Town. I thought that was one of his better movies.
Town was
And
excellent,
The
yeah.
Accountant, but
Yeah, I did like The Accountant.
I can't remember any other ones that I really liked from those two.
Somebody today, just today, brought up the OG Daredevil with Ben Affleck.
Mm,
And they said that they liked him more as Daredevil than Cox, whatever his name
really?
is.
Do they
Yeah,
smoke
and
crack?
I was like, so I was telling the guy, like, objectively, the first Daredevil movie is terrible,
Yeah,
but
by far.
it
Yeah,
had
it's like Batman
moments.
Forever.
Exactly, exactly. It's comedic, but the problem is like I was telling him too, is like after Blade 1 and Blade 2, it felt like nobody knew how to write a comic book movie. You
That's
know,
true.
we had Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, which objectively were not great movies, but we loved them because it was all we had. We had the OG X-Men movies, which were terrible, but at the time it was all we had, so we enjoyed them.
Well,
I mean, if
now
you
they're
go back,
terrible, but back then we
right,
were like, "Oh,
right,
this is pretty good." Like, well, Spider
yeah.
Man was. It was like one of the like higher grossing of all those.
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Mans were good. 1 and 2 were great. Third one
Yeah,
janky. But like X-Men 1 is an objectively bad movie.
yeah. It was.
Like I was watching it again recently and it has nothing to do with the graphics. It has nothing to do with the action. Well, a little bit to do with the action. Like how they use some characters, what they do. The story is completely out fucking
Yeah,
I don't know. But yeah, like
so
and
much
then
source
like
material, and you just like, I don't know.
yeah,
Even when
yeah,
they announced
and
the characters, I was like, "What the fuck are they doing?"
yeah, yeah. And that's the thing that I always wonder is like, what were they thinking when they're writing these stories? It's like, I know they want to make money and they're trying to appeal to like the lowest common denominator, but it's like, you realize those aren't your fans and they're not going to fill seats. You
It's.
know, it
I think
wasn't
it boils
until,
down to studio interference. They
yeah,
probably have a
it,
real and the budget too. It's like you can only do so much, especially back
yeah,
then. They're not gonna
yeah, yeah, yeah.
put a lot
They're
of
not going to
money.
finance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, look at Blade. OG Blade 1 cost nothing to make.
Right. It's fucking
It cost
awesome.
nothing to make, and it was fantastic. It's fantastic. Blade 2 cost a lot more, but it was way better. Like it just action, the cast was absurd, and the story was actually really good. And of course, because Guillermo del Toro created all the shit and directed, I think he directed it too. It was just a far superior
Holy shit, I
vampire
didn't know
movie.
you fucking did that.
The soundtrack was better. Yeah. And then the third one was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, because it was
Yeah.
just a money grab,
Yeah.
which is what they
Just
always go
terrible.
to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jessica Biel
man.
was like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm Jessica Biel. Ryan Reynolds was Ryan Reynolds, as he always is. They
Yeah.
even had Hunter Hearst Helmsley. They had Triple H in that movie.
Oh,
And
that's right. I forgot about that.
yes, yes. Parker Posey was the bad guy. And then you had, what's his name from Prison Break as Dracula. I was like, ugh.
Dominic Purcell.
Yes,
Dom.
yes,
I
exactly.
don't know how to say his name. Something close enough. I forgot about
Yep.
Blade 3. I think I blacked it out. The only reason
I think most
part I
people did.
remember is the Deadpool part because some meme or somebody posted. I think it was Ryan Reynolds, but
I mean, it was just Ryan Reynolds in the movie with a beard and shit. He looked awful. He got jacked. He got a little jacked for it. But I mean, Blade was always good. Blade was awesome. And then you realize, like, between Blade and Deadpool, it took them 20 years to figure out an R-rated comic book movie could be successful. And everybody's like, "Did you pay attention to Blade? Like, Blade was fantastic."
was Blade R or PG-13?
First one.
Was it?
First one was R. I think the first two, and then the third one was tragic. I think that was a PG-13. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
recall.
why it sucked balls. Nobody.
Yeah, that's why it sucked. Yeah, it was terrible. But the first one was definitely hard R.
Well, you had Steven Dwarf in it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no shit's gonna be weird when he's in. Which is weird
Yeah.
because like they did Batman, and then they did Batman Returns, which were great superhero movies, and you're like, oh, shit's gonna go good, and then it was like nothing.
Well, you know what
They
happened.
did 3 and 4 of those, and they
Yeah.
ruined everything. But
So Tim Burton did the first two. He made the story for the third one,
and then Joel
and
Schumacher
then
ruined it.
yeah, and then something happened where he didn't direct it, and Joel Schumacher was like, "Oh, I know what Tim Burton was trying to do. I'm gonna try to fuck it up," which he
Yeah,
did. But could you imagine if Tim Burton had directed Jim Carrey and what's his name is Harvey Two-Face? That would have been incredible.
But you think he would have? I don't know if he would have had them play those roles.
Well, Jim Carrey as the Riddler wasn't bad. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. There's rumors that it was going to be Robin Williams for a while, which could have been interesting. Harvey Two-Face, what's his name from Men in Black?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. I
He
mean,
was big for the
superior
time.
actor,
Yeah.
yes, but not great for the role.
No.
Not great for the role. He did his best, and it was awesome. But take Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman in Batman 2, and look at any and Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah.
Look at their performances, and then look at any of the other Batman movies. It's absurd. It's like you had Jack Nicholson destroy the villain on, like, he was excellent as the Joker, set the bar really high for villains in comic book movies, and then you had Michelle Pfeiffer absolutely melt the camera, and Danny DeVito just fucking chewed up every scene he was in, and then Jim Carrey, I'm the Riddler.
I was never a big fan of Jim Carrey though, so I'm always biased.
I like Jim Carrey. Yeah, I like Jim Carrey, but he does physical humor. He's very funny, but he does physical humor. Riddler's not supposed to be a hilarious jokester. That's the Joker.
Yeah, exactly. They did. They fucking nailed it with the new one. I forget that kid's name.
You're talking about the Batman with Yeah, so that Riddler...
That was a good interpretation of Riddler. Probably one of the
better
ones
Riddler
they
was
could
good.
do.
Yeah. I like it because it was a darker, more unhinged version of the Riddler. But ultimately... And let's be honest. If you watch that movie over, you realize Batman's a fucking moron.
Yeah.
And the Riddler outplayed him. Yeah. He's so dumb, dude.
It's like he's supposed to be the greatest detective in this fucking kid. Well, and that's the way it's supposed to be. The guy was super fucking smart. Edward Nygma. Yeah. That's why he does
far
what he
superior
does.
intellect. Yeah. It was dope. I liked it. I liked the Penguin. Colin Farrell as the Penguin was just so good. I mean, he got his own show, which tells you a lot.
Yeah, and that was also a good interpretation of it. It's like, how are you going to make that a badass? It's a stupid fucking character to begin with, and how are you going to make him like somewhat realistic and believable? Yeah, and that was probably the best you could have done. Yeah. Far superior. Actors and roles, but ironically enough, I don't think Robert Pattinson was a great Batman. No,
I mean, maybe they wrote him wrong. He's not physically imposing. None of the fighting felt like he was trained by the League of Goddamn Assassins.
No,
it felt like he learned.
It was like he learned it on the movie set, is how it
looked. It's yeah. It looked like he took Taibo classes at the Y.
Yeah, right. Billy Blanks. He's trained by the best, Billy Blanks.
Trained by the best. Oh, dude.
Burned 30 calories learning those moves.
That's why he's so goddamn skinny. I'm sorry, 150-pound Batman is not intimidating or scary.
That's a fucking Robin. Like, he's a Robin, or a
guy
to distract you and catch the bullets while you snap their necks. I mean, put them to sleep.
And go night night.
He's Mac P level 1. Yeah, pretty much tan belt. But even when they announced Pattinson, I was like, really? Like, why? Like,
like, why him? Yeah, I felt that way too. But I mean, they're trying to fill seats. They felt like he resonated with a younger crowd, and I'm like, when you have actors like Alan Rickson playing Reacher, and you have people like Jensen Ackles playing Soldier Boy, and what's his name playing half the Marvel fucking cast, and then you look at who they cast for Batman, it's like, are you taking it seriously?
Yeah.
Like, you have a lot of really buff dudes who are not like insanely steroid ripped, just buff dudes who could pull off an imposing figure.
Fucking
prime example.
Christian Bale, look, he's about the same size as Robert Pattinson is, and he put on muscle for the role.
Yes, yeah, he put on muscle. He was a bigger dude.
It's like
and
our Pat. Yeah. It's like, come on, man, take some steroids, dude. Eat a couple
juice,
burritos or something.
eat a couple of chickens. Just go call fucking The Rock.
Nope, I'm just gonna keep doing heroin and laying around.
Gonna hang out with these skinny models and just not try. It's like, man, I know guys in the service who could put on weight faster than you, and and they work out 3-4 times a day. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like sometimes DC doesn't take it seriously. I mean, again, look at Corn Sweat playing Superman. He's kind of big, but if you stood him next to, and people are saying like he's the same weight or heavier than Cavill was. And I'm like,
I don't see it.
The suit looks baggy. On him. Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do with that. Huh?
Anubis says Tom Hardy as Bane. He was jacked. Yeah, which he did too. Yes. He does too. He goes up and down. He gained a lot of muscle.
He'll do what he has to do for a role. And I mean, Bane's portrayal in The Dark Knight, or not The Dark Knight, was it Dark Knight Rises? Yeah, Bane's portrayal was a completely different character from what Bane is in the comic books.
Yeah.
And yet I didn't feel like I hated it.
No, it was really good at the time.
It was really solid, yeah. I didn't like the third one as much as the second one. And I didn't like the first one at all, although I thought Ra's al Ghul was excellent.
Yeah, it was a good concept, a different one that I liked reading about and stuff. But it was too. It felt like rushed, and it was a lot of build up and then just disappointment.
Which one?
The first one, Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As the bad guy.
Yeah.
Because Ra's al Ghul was like this. He's a badass, and he fought him for a while. Like it was a while, and it's like. Okay.
And I'm sorry. He's like, I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you. I'm like, bitch, that's manslaughter, dude. That's
you're going to jail still for life.
Dude, you killed him. I was like, I think you guys are missing the point of Batman right now.
And he also outsmarted Batman too. That was he had no clue that Ra's al Ghul was involved in
the mastermind or
stuff.
Still alive.
Yeah,
and the funny part about that too is you see the difference between him and Ra's al Ghul in the first one, and the fact that he won't let the Joker even commit suicide in the second one. And I'm like, but why? You had more connection to Ra's al Ghul than to the Joker.
Yeah, someone you don't even know. Like you knew you're almost longer than your parents, and you let them fucking die.
Just let him fall in a train. Mm-hmm. Could have just hooked him to your belt.
If he closes his eyes, he might still be alive. You never know.
He's Ra's al Ghul. Maybe
taking a nap on the train.
He's so tired.
So sleepy. It's a long day of work.
Honestly, these days the college humor Batman is my favorite.
Yeah, still got Pete.
He's just so sleepy.
Pete Holmes is like the best.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
Pete
think
Holmes
that's
is the best. He's the best Batman, hands down.
Oh man.
Yeah. So what's happening in the pop culture world, people?
A little bit of something.
There's a lot going on. Yeah.
We're talking about old movies.
Yeah, we're sitting here talking about old shit.
We'll do little movies nobody wants. They're too late for their time. One I didn't know they were making, and I fucking loved these movies when I was a kid, and I'm kind of disappointed that they're making another one. Young Guns, Emilio Estevez. Emilio! Oh, man. Let me see if they get it. We'll keep an eye on it.
See who's in the cast first off.
Pretty much. Exactly.
It's super old Guns.
That's the news. He said a while ago, back in 2021, that's in development. He wrote the script, which I'm kind of surprised. I didn't know he wrote, but he did. That's right. Which I also read today. He had an awesome version of Mighty Ducks 4, but Disney didn't want to do it. Anyways. Yeah. Well, they wanted to do the stupid series that they thought was going to be big, and it wasn't. Anyway, so they got the title, Young Guns 3, Dead or Alive. And basically, he's saying Lou Diamond Phillips is coming back. Shit, where is it? What's the other guy's name? Christian Slater, which he was on Dexter. Okay. Lou Diamond Phillips is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both those guys are not in any kind of good shape these days. Did he? Oh, did I see that? Is that the show? Oh, that's right. I was watching that. Didn't he have a big belly in that show? Maybe I'm confusing him. I'm confusing him with confusing with another guy. I can't remember his name. Right? Yeah, Prodigal Son. That was a good fucking show too. That they didn't renew. Yeah. Oh, this is good. You like it? Fuck. Nope. Not today. Here's another season of The Simpsons. It's yeah, shit's gonna be on long past. It's gonna be the only show left on TV. Yeah, I just it was good when we were younger, and that was the most edgy stuff. And then you got South Park and all the new ones. Oh. No. Yeah. Yeah. How far we've come. Right? Oh, we were watching something. It was we're watching fucking hell. Damn it, what's it? It's a Gordon Ramsay show where he goes and fixes restaurants. Kitchen Nightmares. And he says every cuss word except for the F word on that. And they're it's shit, damn. And then it's beep. And the kids are why is that the only one they're beeping out? I was I still can't, yeah. For now. Yeah, one. So yeah, The Young Guns 3. Get back to this stupid shit. And surprise, the guy that wrote the movie is saying that because we didn't see Billy the Kid die on camera, he might come back. It's yeah, if he wrote the fucking story, of course he's coming back. But he's also the best character, he's the center of the movie. So it's well, that's what it sounds like they're gonna do, which is really, it's they didn't live that long back. They were you live to 35, 40 if you're lucky. And then you got malaria. I mean, if you played fucking Oregon Trail, malaria kills everyone.
Oh,
what? Did I mute you? You're showing up on the thing. I couldn't hear you.
Any luck? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hello. Oh.
I muted you.
I don't think there's any sound.
What? No sound at all.
Oh, it says good now.
Weird. Are you going through a tunnel?
There we go. Yeah, it's weird. It cut out. I have it on. I have it on. Sorry. I keep my phone on so that way I can see what's going on and watch the chats and shit.
Try my crappy computer. You're like Unforgiven or something. Yeah. Regulators, mount up. Right. You had Unforgiven. I think it was midnight. Unforgiven and Tombstone both, I think, but mid-90s. And those were, I would say, the last two. They did 310 to Yuma, which is a remake. It was okay. That had Jeff Bridges and Christian Bale.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't that feel. You didn't get that good feel like the old ones. So they tried to bring back Dirty Dozen or something. Yeah, was it Dirty Dozen? Yeah, it was terrible. They tried to do a few Jesse James. Well, they did that one with Brad Pitt where he won a bunch of Academy Awards. Where it's kind of about the guy that fucking shoots him in the back. But even that, it was just boring. It was like fucking boring as shit, the whole movie. Brad Pitt. It's like the coward Henry Ford kills Jesse James or some shit like that. That was a super long title. But that was an awards grab, kind of boring shit. But yeah, there hasn't been any good.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck
to do. Yeah, I think a good Western, we're due for one. But again, some comedic bullshit nonsense Western is going to feel like I'm watching The Ridiculous Six. These guys are like the boomers of cowboys. They shouldn't be doing anything crazy, you know?
Yeah.
I could see them being retired and being like the unwilling gunman, you know, like the not wanting to fight anymore, not wanting to shoot, and then somebody coming into town and fucking up their shit, you know, and then they're like, all right, you know. And can we go back to calling it a Mexican standoff?
Yeah, well,
you know,
that's what probably they should. So he gave us a little taste of what it's going to be about. Centers on a bunch of new regulators, mostly Latino, indigenous people. Most of the film takes place in Mexico, and it falls on the eve of the Mexican Revolution. So you have a young Pancho Villa, who was 28 at the time. You have a group of Salados, true believers, and revolutionaries who are all kids. You had a human trafficking ring going on the border. He was taking kids from the Pueblos and consigning them to his army. Germans were funding Pancho Villa because Americans were just not interested. They looked down their noses. Germans were providing golden arms, and they were also spying on America. This is a few years before World War I, and all this is happening south of the border. And Billy the kid meets Pancho Villa, and he's asked to come along and train his young men. So that's basically the story. I become the Tunstall character in many ways, and bring this group of mostly Latino young men through their paces, and then all hell breaks loose. The setup is great. The setup is a lot of fun. It's a big Latino cast, a big indigenous people cast, without feeling like it feels natural. But why? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, but first off, everybody was fucking sunburned, so everybody looked the same.
Right? Unless you're fresh off the boat from fucking Germany or something.
Right?
I don't know.
I don't know. The politics of it sound fun and interesting. If Emilio Estevez wrote it, I'll watch it because I do like the shit that he's done, and I'm really interested to see if they can do it right. As long as they're again not trying to make all the original Young Guns be some kind of like super squad, because that would be ridiculous. So we'll see.
You hear yourself on the thing? Everyone's saying they can't hear you. I don't fucking get. You look good on my end. It's things going up and down.
Yeah, it goes in and out. Yeah, I see myself. I'm not making any noise again. This is weird, man. All right, now it's back. I don't know what to fucking tell people, man. I don't. We're not changing anything. It's literally just going in and out.
Yeah, and the stream's showing good. Like all the numbers are good on my end. Your bar's constantly going up.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try something. All right. I'm gonna mess around with my audio real fast, guys. Tell me if there's an echo.
Can't at all now. You have to change the mic input if you change your microphone. Yeah. Yeah, but now you're still not
sexier. I don't know.
Now you go.
Muted on the fucking stream though. Hold on. Now it's back.
If you we could hear clear as day. Yeah, I have a freaking awesome microphone. Could probably hear the TV in the other room for crying out loud. And I have farted on here. Been doing it nonstop. All right, we're good. Anyways, I was kind of hesitant about it. I don't know. I'll see. I'll wait till the trailer. The other thing is, have you seen Emilio? I should have put a picture of him up. He looks like shit. Well, he looks like his fucking dad, actually. Like, yeah. The thing is, like, why? I don't know why they wait. There, all of a sudden, it's like this gold rush to bring back fucking all these movies from when we were kids.
Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't watch it on purpose. It's a Scream ripoff.
Fucking muted again. I don't understand what's going on.
It's on the thing.
Yeah.
Let me see. What's your microphone?
I don't know. Maybe it's on my side, like the internet or something. But I mean, I have perfect fucking everything. I don't know.
What microphone are you using? Arctis Nova? Yeah, that's why.